all, welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and today guys we're going to be doing our Enterprise D build. So we are going to do stage 38 of Build Enterprise D. Now this is the last stage in pack 10 or issue 10 of what we've been done, and yeah, we're actually going to be putting some of the panels on that we've saved up. So this should be quite an interesting one today, and we've got some wire tidy to do as well, and we will be plugging some of the wires into the main PCB board, so that should be fun today. There is a little bit in it that I'm not going to do at the end. That's only because I just don't see the point in putting this piece on until you get the other pieces and you put all the LEDs in for the Cobra neck, but I'll explain that when we get to it on the build table. So yeah, I'm fairly looking forward to this one today. So with all that said, let's get modelling.
Program complete. Enter when ready.
Okay, here we go. So, we have another deck panel to do. So we are going to be putting in some more windows and lifeboats. So let's get on with that. So this should be nice and fun. Yeah, so that's the lifeboats in. And now for the windows. So, like always, I go with the blacked out ones first. Now, I've been seeing more and more pictures of people finishing this who started it with the previous company, and really looks amazing. Am I glad? Do I wish that I carried on with said previous company? Probably not. There was major problems there, and stocking, and yeah, it was just a nightmare. So I'm glad I took this back up with Fan Home. You know, it just wasn't the time to build it. And then with everything that went on, well, yeah. Okay, so we're going on to the clear windows. Yeah, I'd love to be a bit further ahead. I think a lot of people, when they're doing these, would love to be quite a few issues in front, but it's the process of these builds. You know, you can't speed this up. It's just got to be done. But I look forward to it every weekend when I do my recordings, because all my recordings are done at the weekend before the week's releases. So yeah, I really do look forward to this one, even though this can be a little bit, what's the word, repetitive. Since I found the nice way of doing this, it's not been too bad. Okay, so we're nearly there with all these windows. Lots of clear ones on this panel. So yeah, a lot more clearer ones than the blacked out ones. The only thing I think I'd recommend if people, because I mean Fan Home are relaunching this, and my advice would be from day one is label every cable that you get from day one with the part number. It will save you a lot of hassle in the long run. Okay, so they are all on there. We've got a reflector panel to put on, just like that. And we've also got an LED to put in. And it wants it to go into here. I'm going to try and put that in there first. Hopefully it holds. Okay. Now it doesn't want this other wire in the other side, so we need to screw this down with 3 BP screws. So here are the BPs. Get these out. BPs, and we do have some DPs as well in this issue. Get them out ready as well. Normally I have all this out ready and I don't know why I haven't done. Okay, so 3 BP screws. So BPs are quite small screws. They're only here to hold in the reflective panel. Okay, another one done. Okay. Now it does say to test this, but I'm actually going to test this when it's been put onto the saucer section, I think. No, I'm going to test it now. Change my mind. Test it now. Because we do have quite a few other panels to put on to the saucer section. It's not fully in. Right, so that you can just see is illuminated. Can't really see from that side because of the masking tape, but that is working, and this other light is illuminated. Fantastic. Okay, right, so next I'm going to need to bring the saucer section over. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause the camera while I do that, and then we'll be right back. So back in a sec.
A few moments later.
Okay, so here we are back with our saucer section. Now, this panel that we've just done is going to be going in to this section here. Now, how it wants the wire, this is always interesting. It wants it to go up, go in, and sort of go up this channel here. Okay. Then the yellow wire, it wants it to come over here and then back under there. Let's double check I've got that correct. Yeah, so that's the other side of this bar. Yeah, okay. And then it wants us to put the yellow wire in place. So, unfortunately, this build does have the tendency to do this with the wires. You know, you're having to put them in after you put the reflective panel on, but by now kind of used to it. Okay, so with that on, we're going to put this panel in. Might just sort of lift that wire up, line it up, and then we're in. Now I'm just seeing where these wires are going. So yeah, I'm happy with that. That wants to come up round there. Okay, and then we're to secure this in with 2 DP screws. One DP screw in there. And I'm not having to worry about going into any metal here because it's all plastic. Okay, so I'll try and tighten them up. I'll just get my pH1 on that. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn this over and take off this masking tape to reveal some very nice windows. Okay, so what I want to do now is I just want to tighten these up, this reflective panel, because that masking tape can hold the windows down a bit. Okay, then I'm going to fully tighten these DP screws, but I'm not over tightening them. Okay, now I want to test that bulb again, that LED, and see if it's working. So we can do that now. Always wise to test. Now I've just noticed on my test board I've got a prong that's gone a bit south, but yeah, gone bent. Okay, and that's that panel lit up. All the LEDs are working. Fantastic. Oh, great. So a wire has just come out of the terminal on the battery box, which I'm going to have to fix. Yeah. Okay. So let me pull that out. Right, that shouldn't be too hard to fix, but yeah. Okay, so now that is done, let me just unplug that. I'm going to have to give that some attention. We can see that panel in place. Okay, so next thing we need to do is it wants us to plug in wire 37C and 38C. So 38C is easy. It's the one we've used today, which is this one here, which I've labelled. And I'm thinking 37C is this one previously. Now that is going to be going into the PCB board. Well, that's got a bit of a... yeah. That's travelling quite far, this one here. But okay. So it's going to go... 37C is not a long wire at all. So 37C is going to go into this terminal just at the top here. It's my top left. Okay, that's 37C. 38C, which is the wire we've had today, is going to go right next to it. Okay, now I could at this point wire tidy these. I'm not going to do that at this point because we've still got a wire here that needs to go into something, and there's also a wire here, an LED here that needs to go into something. So I'm not going to do anything with them now. Even though I think the one that we've just put in, yeah, on that other side has just come out. Oh, what a nightmare. Right, let me put this LED back in, guys, and I'll be right back. So back in a sec.
Eventually.
Okay, guys, I'm back. So that is back on now. Right, now, I said I wasn't going to wire tidy these, but it looks like we do actually need to wire tidy them. So, what it wants us to do is to get one of our wire tidies and just more or less attach it to the wires that we've already kind of wire tied. I'm just going to put this through. Now if these are no good, I do have my own cable ties I can use. So I've just tightened that up. Okay, so they want it coming down here, and they want another one round about just there. I am cautious though that this black lead is quite short, so I'm going to have to be careful here not to cause any problems. I don't mind wire tiding. It's one of my favourite things to do, to be honest with you. Right, so they are in place. So let's snip the ends of them off. Careful not to chop any wires. There we go. Okay, right, so with that done, it now wants us to add some panels from a previous issue. So the first panel it wants is 29B, which is this one here. So I'm just going to take, I did mark this. Right, it's always good to label your parts. This is going to sit next to this on here. Now, it's got to go in a certain way, as you probably know. So 29B is going to go up here. Then this wire here is going to go over here and under, and then it wants us to put it into the panel. Well, that's just gone in nice and quick. That was that's got to be a first. Make sure these are tight. Okay, then it wants us to put this panel on and secure it with 2 DP screws. I think I'm going to have to bend that wire up like that. Probably that one as well. Okay, so here we have it. And it wants 2 DP screws just there. So, don't know what I'm going to do about my battery box. Wire. I'm sure I can figure something out, but not ideal. Let's try and see if I can work out. I know it's a male adapter, so I'll see if I can get maybe a replacement. I don't know. Making sure these are nice and tight, by the way. Okay, so that is in. There we go. So that's 29B in. Next it wants 30, which is this one here. So again, it wants it to go in a certain way. So 30 is going to go in like so. So up through there. Right. And then the black cable wants to come, that's going to go over there, and then it wants this cable to come down, and then we're going to pop it in. Alright, give myself a little bit more room here. So this is quite, I'm not happy about my battery box. Oh, nice issue to do. You know, with the amount that we've got to do in it. Right, I think I've got a light. Or a little deck light that's come out of place. Yeah, I had. So I'm going to have to be careful of that. See if I can get it to re-stick. Now let's try and get this LED in. Shouldn't be too hard. Okay. That's in position and the LED is in position. Okay, so we just need to bring this now to here. Yeah, we need to bend this wire and bring it in. Got it. And this one, it said it wants it to come out like that. Okay. Alright, and we'll secure that in with 2 DP screws. So to think about it, in this issue we've put 3 panels on, which I think is pretty good going, to be honest with you. So all them panels we've been saving up, we've actually put on. So there is a method in the madness. Okay. Right, so I'm just going to flip this over because I'm going to take this tape off. To make sure everything is great with it. Yep. Looks great. I'm really happy with the alignment of that one. That was a troublesome window, but that seems to be okay. Now taking that tape off, I am just gonna tighten these. Okay, so that is in place, looking great. So that's quite a lot of that side done in one stage. So we've added that panel, and that panel. Fantastic. I'm really chuffed with that. Brilliant. And that is all to do in this issue. Now, like I said at the beginning, I'm going to put that to one side. We do have something we would have done, and we would have put this piece here onto our Cobra neck. Now, I'm not doing that for the simple reason of nothing's going to hold it in. So until we get the reflective panels on and we put this on and secure it in, there's no point putting this in. So I'll just save this until we need it a further time. But that is all there is to do in this stage. So that is stage 38 and pack or issue 10 complete. Well guys, that's it for the Enterprise D build. Thank you for watching. Yeah, that threw up some challenges. So what did we have? We had an LED that came out. That's going to come out. The wires were a little bit tight. One of the cables has come out of the JST connector for the test board. And was there anything else but that? Oh, I had a bent prong on the test board as well. Okay, handle it. So, well, I haven't fixed the wire going into the JST connector. I'm going to have a look at that in a minute, but I'm pretty happy with the way things have gone so far. I think that's pretty good going. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do about that if I don't fix it. Now, the thing about it is that I could possibly get another battery box or maybe another test board with a battery box. I don't know. I'm not too sure what stages they came in. I might have to have a look back in the instructions and find out. But everything's working as it should be. So I'm really happy about that. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, please could you give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And you'll be notified about any future videos. But as always, stay safe and bye for now.